Hello everyone and welcome to the explanation of a new problem. So in this video we are going to discuss the question number 3 of LeetCode Contest 248, count good numbers. So there's a certain thing called good string or good numbers. If a number such as let's take this example 2582, right? A digit string is good if at even indices there are even digits and at odd indices there are prime numbers. So if you look at this, 0 is an even index, then 1 is an odd index, then 2 is an even index, and 3 is an odd index again. So at even indices, as you can see, the value of the digit is even, and at odd indices, as you can see, the value is prime, right? 5 is also prime and 2 is also prime. The list of primes is given to us over here. Okay, so this is a good string. 3 to 4 5 is not a good string. Why? Because this is a zero index is actually even, and at we and it on it we find a prime number 3, or we can say an odd number. Does not matter. It's what matters is that there should have been an even number over here which is not present, so this is not a good string. Now you have been given an integer n. Need to find the total number of good digit strings of length n, right? So if n is equal to 1, as you can see, the length of the strings can be 1, so it will be a single digit number, either 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. These will actually give in the good strings as C. Each index over here is an even index, right? So the numbers can only be even, not prime. And there are 5 even numbers from 0 to n, 0 to 9. Hence the answer is 5. This answer can be very huge also. Like if you go to n equal to 4, your output will be 400. For n equal to 50, as you can see, this is a huge number. So the question has asked us to return its modulo also. So let's quickly dive into the question. Okay. So you have from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the possible digits with which you can form a number, right? Out of these digits, you have 4 prime numbers. Let me circle them for you. And we have 5 even numbers. Right. So now you need to form n digit string or n length string with these digits, and you need to return the number of good strings out of those, all the possibilities, right? So let's apply a little something, let's just apply some combination or permutation over here, right? Let's say you have been given, let me take over here, I'll go to that picture later on. So let's say that you have some number n, right? Now it will have some indices over here like this, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically to fill the even indices, you have 5 options, which are the 5 even numbers. And to fill odd indices, you have 4 options. So it's as simple as that. So let's say this was 5. This can be filled using, I think I've drawn it too close. Let me shift it just a second. Shifting will take time. Let me just write it all over again. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So to fill 0, 2, and 4, you have 5 options. To fill 1 and 3, you have 4 options. So, and their multiplication will give us the answer. So this is 5 to the power 3 into 4 to the power 2. If you look carefully, what it means is 5 to the power, number of available even indices, into 4 to the power, number of available odd indices. So if you get the number of even indices and the number of odd indices, your answer is simply 5 to the power even into 4 to the power odd. Now, how to find the number of indices that are available to you, which are at even or odd? So let's say you have an n equal to 5 over here. These are the indices that have been given to you. It is clearly visible to you that you have 3 even and 2 odd. And this number is very easy to calculate. So n plus 1 by 2 will give you even indices, number of even indices, and n by 2 will give you number of odd indices. You want to confirm, we can confirm from n equal to 5. So 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 divided by 2 will give you 3. And 5 by 2 is 2.5. Its integer will give you 2. Right? So you had 2 odd and 3 even indices. So I think this is very simple question. All you need to do is find this number of even indices, number of odd indices. 5 to the power even into 4 to the power odd. But no, it's not that simple. If you apply this, which most of you might have done, you will get a TLE. Why would you get a time limit exceeded error? Let us see the constraints. Constraints are in the 10 to the power 15 range. Calculation of power is of ON, right? And you cannot afford calculating these powers. So I think this method fails. Or you can find an efficient way to compute power of a number. So let's say that you have a function pow, which calculates 5 to the power something. Let me write even over here. And a function pow, which calculates 4 to the power something. Let me write odd over here. And we want it to be done in a very efficient manner. And I think you guys must have understood what I'm hinting over here. You need to use the power method, the method to find power which is of log n complexity. So you must have done this method many times. This method has been used in a lot of questions while solving lead code problems, and you must have learned this algorithm while learning how to efficiently calculate power also. The catch in this question is that the range of n is so big that these powers will actually exceed the available space that you have in your data types. Right. So this calculation of power, it won't be as straightforward as we have done. It's just that you will, at some steps, you need to take mod, right? And taking mod is something that is very easy. It's not at all hard. So we are going to quickly jump to the pseudocode. But before we do that, I hope that the question is clear to you. All you need to do is find 5 to the power even, 4 to the power odd. Even can be calculated using n plus 1 by 2. Odd can be calculated using n by 2. And we just need a power function which does not work in O to the power n. Instead, it works in O to the power log n. And we all know how to do this. It's just that in this question, the n is so huge that the power function will, the value of n would overflow, and you need to check that using modulo. So I'll be moving to the pseudocode section of this code, but I will urge you to go to the compilers and solve this question yourselves. Even I'm not going to write the entire code. I'm just going to write the power function that you're going to use and how you're going to use mod in it. So let's begin. I'll write this one very quickly. So let's say that you have a pow mod function, right? Since we need to take mod at some positions, I'm naming this like it. It accepts int A and int B. Or since it's a pseudocode, I should not write the data type. So it accepts A and B. Perfect. So you know the basic steps. If B is equal to 0, this is we are going to return 1. This function is going to calculate A to the power B, right? Then let's take a small answer variable, and that will be equal to pow mod A comma B by 2. I hope you know why we are doing B by 2. This using B by 2, we can actually calculate this in log n. I hope you are familiarized with this method, at least how to calculate power in efficient manner. If not, please leave it in the comments. We can add an explanation video or some sort of explanation document for how to calculate for calculating power in log n complexity. Right now, I'm only going to focus on the places where you need to take mod. Right. So next step would be if B modulo 2 is equal to 0, you're going to return small answer into small answer. Here's the catch. You need to take a mod over here, and I'm assuming that mod you will declare on your own somewhere, and that will be 10e, sorry, 10e9, 1e9 plus 7. Right, this is your mod, and you're going to take mod over here. Else, if b is not even, then what you're going to do? You're going to return a into small answer into small answer. The common way to do it is a into small answer, right? But we need to take mod over here. So I'm going to do a into small answer. This can cause an overflow. So I'm going to take one mod over here. And then I'm again going to multiply it by small answer. And I'm going to take a mod again over here because this can also overflow, right? Mod over here. I think this concludes the power function. And now using this power function, all you need to do is in your main function, right? What you're going to write is return. Oh, sorry. Let me take a pen over here. Let's say that this function is actually PM. I'm going to use a short form over here. So you need to do PM 5 into and value of b will be n plus 1 by 2, right? N is something that the user is inputting into PM 4 n by 2. And I think that will give you your answer. So I hope the explanation and the pseudocode of this problem was clear to you guys. Thank you.